Guide to Facebook Image Sizes 2022. Facebook image sizes for profile photos on desktops will be 170 by 170 pixels. Facebook image size for profile photos on smartphones will be 128 by 128 pixels. Facebook recommends image sizes for cover photos as 851 by 315 pixels. Display size on the desktop is 820 by 312 pixels. Display size on smartphone as 640 by 360 pixels. Minimum size, 400 by 150 pixels. Ideal file size, less than 100 kilobytes. Experts' tips and advice. To avoid any compression or distortion, upload a JPG or PNG file. Use the recommended pixel sizes for the fastest load times. Use PNG file for profile pictures and cover photos with logos or text. Don't reposition your cover photo by dragging once you've uploaded. Facebook requirements for image sizes for posts and timeline photos. Facebook recommended size is 1200 by 630 pixels. Minimum size is 600 by 315 pixels. For carousel display, images should be 1200 by 1200, that is a 1:1 aspect ratio. Facebook recommends image sizes for event cover photos to be 1200 by 628 pixels. The size of your event cover photo can't be edited after it's been added to an event. Facebook image sizes for panorama or 360 photos. The minimum image size that Facebook says should be 30,000 pixels in any dimension, and less than 135 million pixels in total size. Aspect ratio, 2:1. Tips. Facebook has an algorithm that recognizes and processes these images based on camera-specific metadata found in photos taken using 360-ready devices. Files for these images can be up to 45 megabytes for JPEGs or 60 megabytes for PNGs. Facebook recommends using JPEGs for 360 photos and no bigger than 30 megabytes in size. Facebook recommends image sizes for Facebook Stories should be 1080 by 1920 pixels. Tips. Facebook Stories take up the full screen of a smartphone. That's an aspect ratio of 9:16. Minimum image width size as per Facebook is 500 pixels. For stories with text, leave 15% of the top and bottom area free. Make sure any call to action is not covered by your brand's profile photo or buttons. Facebook image sizes for ads. Feed ads size be at least 1080 by 1080 pixels. Minimum size 600 by 600 pixels. Ratio 1.91 to 1:1. Maximum file size of 30 megabytes. Facebook right column ads size must be at least 1080 by 1080 pixels. Minimum size 254 by 133 pixels with aspect ratio 1:1. These ads are formatted only for desktops. Facebook image sizes for instant articles is at least 1080 by 1080 pixels. Ratio 1.91 to 1:1. Maximum file size of 30 megabytes. Image sizes for Facebook Marketplace ads are at least 1080 by 1080 pixels. Aspect ratio is 1:1. Maximum file size of 30 megabytes. Image sizes for Facebook search are at least 1080 by 1080 pixels. Minimum size 600 by 600 pixels. Aspect ratio is 1.91 to 1 to 1 to 1. Maximum file size is 30 megabytes. Facebook image sizes for sponsored messages is at least 1080 by 1080 pixels. Ratio 1.91 to 1 to 1 to 1. Maximum file size is 30 megabytes. Sizes for Messenger inbox ads are at least 1080 by 1080 pixels. Ratio 1 to 1. Minimum size 254 by 133 pixels. Maximum file size of 30 megabytes. Sizes for Messenger Stories ads are at least 1080 by 1080 pixels. Ratio 9:16. Minimum width of 500 pixels. We provide editable Facebook templates designed using Canva and ready to use. All our template designs meet Facebook image size requirements. They are easy to edit and ready for posting to your Facebook and other social media accounts. No need to memorize the image size requirements. A social media post from start to finish takes hours of work. Use of our template will save 90% of the time spent. Our scheduler automates posts and skyrocket engagement. Post best content every day on your schedule automatically. Visit us at www.diesocialads.com and register. Thanks for viewing the video and subscribe to our channel.